Bro, you ready to do it? You ready to do this?
Man, I'm about ready, brother.
Are
Let's
you
do it.
ready? It's tax day. Are you ready to get rebooted, brother? Mm.
If you paid your taxes, we good. That's all
Well,
I can say.
then we good, man. Then we good. Ladies and gentlemen, that's
But
tall boy right there. Don't worry about me. Just worry about him.
some people file extensions. I don't know about you, brother. So I don't know, but
Right.
I got mine done in time this year.
Amen. Amen. I ain't gonna get into your business, and I'm not gonna let you get into mine either. But yeah, we good. We good, and nobody gonna come knocking at the door. Hopefully. Let's talk about some of this technology, man. Let's talk about, as we always do, love this experiment that we do with vertical streaming all over the planet. Listen, we know we live on YouTube. We know we got a little presence on Instagram. Where else you at? You on Facebook too? Where you streaming at today? Because we always everywhere.
I am on Instagram for sure.
Yes.
I'm confirming that I'm on LinkedIn,
Make sure now.
and then YouTube, of course,
Mm,
and then Facebook is where we're at. So, and
okay.
then I brought in because we always said we wanted to see how this really looks with bringing in guests. So,
Yeah.
we have definitely one confirmed, and we're going to see if we get another one confirmed to see what it actually looks like bringing in guests from a live streaming standpoint. So that's what I got.
No worries. And actually, your other guest just showed up in the backstage there. So, sir, hold on just 1 second. But let's
So do
acknowledge
I
some
need
of
to
these
do?
folks coming in first. Seniors in the building. So the show is official. We
Oh,
online.
what's up? What's up, senior?
Dad, you can come on over if you want to, because like I told you, all the stuff is gonna be ready in the backyard. About 90%. Wait till tomorrow though, and it's gonna be hot. I'm just gonna put that in there. Shirley P in the building. Come on.
Oh, Shirley P.
Come on. Happy
Man.
Easter week. And, amen. Amen. Make sure you do your tithes and your offering.
No, no, my question is who getting fish on Friday?
See, there you go. Lord
That's
have
all I'm
mercy.
saying. Do I need to introduce the first person or do you need me to wait?
You just hold on. Just want to say what's up to the
I'm
awesome,
sorry.
awesome fun things. I almost called
Hold
them
up.
awesome wood
Awesome fun
things.
things?
Yeah, but
Awesome fun things is in the building? Oh my
he's
God.
got all the channels, so we got to say what's up to them. Shirley saying she's loving the vertical. Appreciate you. Rich
Hmm.
vibes. I'm not going to do it today. I know you want me to do it. I'm not going to do it. We appreciate you for being here. And then shouts out to the one and only. I like that. I like that. Is that some of your folks there? The one and only. That's a dope name.
Mm.
Coming
Okay,
in from
let's see.
YouTube. Okay. Bring
What's
in
up?
your guest, brother. Talk. Who's coming?
All right, so look, this is what we got here. Ladies first. I have a friend of mine. She's definitely into tech. She loves tech. She is the Shopify. I hope I'm saying the right company.
Get it right now.
She's the
Yeah.
Shopify guru. If you like to sell any type of products and you want to level up to the next level, this young lady that we're about to bring onto the screen, she can take your brand, your company, your small business, your startup to another level. She's from Atlanta, Georgia, but you can reach her worldwide, and she's very, very organized and knows her stuff very well. Without further ado, let's bring in Tamela Strand.
And she just grinning in the background too. Doing the intro, doing the Steve Harvey intro, she was just grinning in the background. I said, "Go ahead, on sis."
Yeah, gotta get it
Thank
right.
you for having me. Thank you.
Definitely,
Um,
definitely.
so can you tell people a little bit about what you do? Tell us, just make a little intro of yourself and let people know what it is that you do.
Okay, sure. Yes, my name is Tamela Strands. I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I have been in technology since 1997, ever since my dad got us our first Macintosh and he set it in front of us, and I've been glued to the computer screen ever since. It's just a natural knack that I've always been drawn to. I'm guessing because I started as a child, but anything hardware related, software related, tech stacks, and including marketing. About a good 7 years ago is when I realized I can't just build websites for people and not be able to offer marketing, because then people are going to shut their websites down if they're not making money. So now I'm able to bring the two together and offer uh, websites and marketing for people so that they can keep their website, their online business going on forever and ever.
Love that.
Beautiful.
Love that. Listen, Let me let y'all go ahead and start having a conversation because we got your other gentleman who is joining. He's having some issues with connecting to the show, but man, go into a conversation, man.
I look like I'm blurry, and I don't like being blurry on the
You
screen.
blurry. You drinking already or something? What you drinking?
Yeah, don't do me like that. So, just give me 1 second. Can you take me off the screen? Make sure I
Oh.
look good. I don't want people thinking that I'm not right on the stream. And no, it's Tall Boy's camera. It is me. So I do apologize. Can you confirm that I'm good before I start talking, James?
No,
I do.
you toe up, brother. You toe up. You're not looking
toe
proper now. You definitely looking not right. Tamela, talk to me a little bit about you mentioned a platform that you use, and I talked a little bit about WordPress, but the platform that you, because I grew up with WordPress, right? I know Matt Mullenweg, I know Automatic. I'm part of that whole culture for a while. But talk to me about CRMs and the fact that you don't have to
Take
put
me
all your
off.
business out there. The fact that you're using the one in particular that you're using and the value that you see that it brings to your end customers.
Okay, so we're talking about GoHighLevel, right?
Correct.
So GoHighLevel, whoever invented it, genius. I'm so glad that GoHighLevel came out because GoHighLevel can also integrate with WordPress and Shopify and Wix and Squarespace because anything that we create, let's say, for example, we know one of the most important things whenever it comes to any type of website there is out there is to build your email list. So GoHighLevel allows us to build these forms and even custom forms so that it will give us an embed code so that we can put it on an already existing WordPress website. So let's say that there has been a website that's been up since 1997, since 2001, and they never had a pop-up. They've never used their website to be able to build a gigantic, massive email list. Now we can use the CRM GoHighLevel so that we can create that form and install it as a pop-up on a pre-existing WordPress website. And so now, since that website has been it's very seasoned, and so it's probably already generating traffic from Google, Yelp, all these backlinks all over the world, and so now you want to go ahead and start building your contact list. And normally it's name, email, phone number, and sometimes it can be other small pieces of information of people that will help you segment these people so that you can make more detailed sales or detailed marketing emails and text messages. And so it also comes with a CRM. So let's say
That's the
that if you
dope
need
part right there. Let's get into that because that's the dope part right there
yeah.
that folks don't understand.
So the CRM, my favorite thing about the CRM is that it allows you to individually reach out to individuals. So instead of only sending out blasts, let's say that there is this one individual that you know for sure it's a $20,000 client.
Mm.
So since they're in your CRM, you can just simply send them a quick email or a text message or a booking link saying, "Hey, I would love for us to go ahead and maybe hop on a call one day." And they're already sold, they're already pre-sold. So now that you have this CRM, you're able to just individually reach out to them, and the communication is just spectacular.
Love that. Wanted to give you some flowers, right? Wanted to give you the stage to talk about what it is you do, so folks understood that. Listen, we got folks on here that the truth, right? So, and you got a website obviously where folks can reach out to you as well.
Yes.
Okay, I'll make sure I get that from you before we leave, so I can put it in the description, and folks can holler at you, and we can drum up some business. I'm not looking for a finder's fee, but if you feel so inclined to,
Definitely,
put something in the
definitely.
offering plate, no,
I love giving finder's fees. I've
I'll
given
just
out
play.
finder's
I'll just mess with you.
fees before.
I'll just mess with you. I'm just messing with you. Listen, brother. So let's do this. We got Magic Myron in the back. Let me let Tallboy. I'm gonna let you do the intro for this gentleman as well, because he's in the building and he's waited patiently. Let's get the whole crew on. Who is Magic Myron?
Okay, so this is one of my mentors here. When I first got into radio, he's got one of the voices that's known all over if you listen to any type of urban AC radio, if you listen to a Tyler Perry commercial, if you listen to any type of play that has some type of content that you like, you probably have heard this brother's voice. He's nationally known for creating voiceovers. So Magic Voiceover Productions is his website. I hope I'm saying that right. And he comes in with an audio background. So we're talking about audio, how we can make the audio right. And without further ado, bring on my man.
Well, so then I know the audio gonna sound right then. As soon as he say something, I know the audio gonna be right. This brother on mute.
Oh my
God.
Give the brother a chance. He not even centered in the screen. Come on.
What I'm saying? This
Is
brother
he talking?
Come on, brother. Get like.
Oh man, Lord Jesus.
I need some sad music here. I got my triggers right. Get my triggers right.
Oh man. Oh my God. That we trying to help him out, but come on, Myron. We trying to get you right, brother. You gonna make me.
There you go. Now,
from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here.
Okay. That's enough. You gonna give me a strike. Stop with the. I don't need no YouTube strikes.
You're not gonna get no strike. I got you. Slide over, brother. Slide over. Well, while we were,
Myron, if you can get in frame, brother. Oh Lord, this is turning into.
Slide on over a little bit. There you go. There you go. Slide on in there. How you doing, brother?
Oh my. Homie, let me check.
Oh my.
You know what, man? It's a silly day. I'm doing great. Thank you. Wow. Great to hear you. And I was listening to the young lady, Miss Strands, is it?
Yes.
And she mentioned CRM. And I wanted to dig deeper into what she was doing because she wasn't able to explain that. And I wanted her to explain that because I'm a potential customer for that particular service that you do. And you gentlemen were so nice to give her that platform. And she very unselfishly didn't mention her website or how to get a hold of her or even throw out any prices. So that's what I was waiting to hear. You know, I'm entertained already.
This man ready to buy something. I ain't mad at that.
Look at my website and see what we can do right now.
I heard that. Ain't nothing wrong with being right.
TamelaStrands.com.
Okay. Perfect.
Spell it out for them. So spell it out for them so they know what's going on town.
TamelaStrandz@gmail.com. Well, that's my email, but TamelaStrands.com.
Okay.
TamelaStrands.com. Strands.com.
Perfect. Yeah. So just a little bit about what I do. You know, I encourage people like Corey Sanders, aka the tallest man on radio, to continue to do great things. I know he does this amazing tech show. And it's so funny that we had a great conversation about how many people are scared of tech versus how many people will receive it and accept it. So I'm sort of in the branding industry too. I just don't I don't use that as a platform per se, not yet, but I do it as well as work with a lot of customers. But it's pretty much pertaining to customers that are on the radio, customers that are buying ads and producing commercials on the radio. But as it goes to grow and develop their business, I lean towards a tall boy because of what we're doing digitally. Now, even though our company offers digital, first person I ever heard about digital from was Tall Boy. So what I started doing was taking my audio background, Mitch Faulkner being one of my mentors who had over probably 300 radio stations that he was the voice of. When he passed, he left an amazing legacy, but he taught a lot of us how to image and do radio in a different type of way, where it was we brand radio stations. Not only do we brand individuals, but we brand radio stations, we brand companies in an amazing way. So, I'm part of that industry too, where we brand, where we use our personality to explore. We ask questions, we interview with journalists. So my title, I guess, is Creative Service Consultant. So happy to be with y'all this afternoon.
Love it, love it. Appreciate it. Let me ask you a question. Both of you are our guests, right? Again, we typically will have just an AMA, ask us anything from the community, and we will find articles and things of that. But I'm curious to see, Myron, you particularly, I guess, first, just because a little different. How are you leveraging technology and what it is that you do every single day, right? Because from the radio perspective and from an audio first perspective, how are you seeing the advent of AI? How are you seeing um, the the pressures putting on a lot of industries to leverage technology more, releasing people, losing people, and going more with a technology base? Are you seeing that in your industry as well lately?
Absolutely, and so many people are scared of. And thanks for sharing your platform too. I have to say that.
Appreciate
Um, what I see let's just take radio for instance. Uh, radio, our company bought 11 labs, bought into 11 labs.
it. Okay.
What 11 does is voice clone.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk about all these amazing voices out here, and I kind of fought it for a second, but I'm fighting it in a different way because I actually introduced um, voice cloning to the voiceover industry. I ran into I met a doctor, and I'm able to say her name. Her name was Dr. Patel, and Dr. Patel came to me and said, "I'm tired of kids having the voice of a 50-year-old white man."
Come on.
What she said, I'm doing something to change the way that people who normally can't talk uh, will have a voice, but not the same voice. You remember the voice that we had, that they used to for people who were having issues in the larynx or other talking issues. They had that same voice, that same voice pattern. So what Dr. Patel did was she started combining voice patterns to give kids their own individual voice. And I thought it was so heroic and amazing that I said, okay, I want to introduce you to the voiceover community. And when I brought her to the voiceover community at Voiceover Atlanta, they lit into her. They beat her up. They're like, "You're taking our jobs," Started saying, "You know what? It can't laugh, it can't cry, it can't tell stories the way an individual does. It can't project the way an individual does." Now the technology is getting a lot better, but it still can't tell stories, can't make you laugh and cry and joke the way an individual can. That's based off of timing. So my day-to-day interaction with it, I've seen, hey, yes, it's able to say Zoom during our cloud video meeting. It's able to say small, short sentences. It might even be able to read a book for you. But at the end of the day, it can't replace a human. So Tallboy and I, we had a great conversation about being able to use AI. And instead of scared of it, embrace it and be able to use it and take it to another level. So you gentlemen, your biggest hurdle is going to encourage people to use it and love it and take advantage of it and not be scared of it.
That is the question, right? I mean, because there's so many, and let's just be honest, so many, especially in our community, are hesitant to something new like this, to this new technology, to something that's abstract, something that's strange, whatever the case may be, and it's no longer it's no longer a want, and it's no longer an option. And again, that's the problem. That's what Tallboy, that's what a lot of other folks, I'm sure Tamela as well, and please interject. It's no longer the point to where this is an option of being competent in technology, because we're seeing either tariffs with old boy that's sitting in Washington right now. I don't like mentioning his name, so I just call it by number 47. I don't like him, but whatever is happening on that end, we're seeing jobs being moved and transitioned and turned into something that an algorithm can do. If you don't continue to train yourself, you're gonna become obsolete real quick. real quick. Before the end of this calendar year, there going to be no job, very few jobs. I don't want to say no jobs, but there are going to be very few jobs that are skilled labor jobs. So you got to get into this new technology realm where you use your mind, where you control the AI, where you write the algorithm. Never too late, too. Tamela, what's your thoughts on that? And Myron, I'm sorry, you go ahead too, man. Talk about you good, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wanted to talk about that article that we discussed about the company that said that what they were going to be doing with AI. I wanted us to lead into that since we're going down this rabbit hole. So,
Okay.
Tamela, your thoughts, and then we'll go right into telling people or showing people what this company is doing with AI moving forward.
I want to say anything you can think of, AI is going to do it. In regards of building a custom website, because let's use Shopify as an example. I'm gonna break it down a little bit. So whenever you first sign up for a Shopify website, they give you a generic website. Generic websites, they don't really do really well with sales because it's generic and it's not mobile optimized. So you have to build a custom website. So now AI can build your custom website instead of a human needing to do it. And then you just go in and you just tweak it, whatever you want to tweak.
So, based off of what she just said, James, I'm going to find it. I'm not sure if you can put it on the screen or not, but I'm going to find it and see if I can send this up to you and maybe you can get it up there. But I'm not sure if people are familiar with Canva, but Canva just released some new features and you can now code with Canva. And all you have to do is just type in the prompt of what you want. And I literally said, create some flashcards. And it literally create some flashcards talking about tech in regards to certain brands that we all are familiar with, right? It literally created me a website and all I had to do was connect it to a custom domain. And I sent it out to a few people to let them look at it. And then after that, it's like, this was an actual website that it made in less than 10 minutes. And this was all AI. So I'm going to see if I can
I got
find
one more for you. So I built apps as well. And I have not built an app since, I want to say about 4 years ago, a couple of years ago. And so the other day I had an app idea. So I was like, let me log back into my app platform. And now AI is a part of these apps. It built an app in less than 10 seconds.
So, okay, right there. So, does that diminish your value, or this is a loaded question? To be honest with you, does that diminish your value as a designer and a developer, or do you leverage that platform and you know what, you raise your rates?
I leverage it and raise my rates. Leverage it. Because people want speed. People don't want to wait 6 months for an app. If people can get an app in one day, or well, let's be more realistic, a week.
Come on now.
People will pay more money.
Tamela out here winning, y'all. Y'all listen to this. She out here winning. That was a loaded question, right? You raise them rates. People pay attention to what they pay for. Myron, what about you, man? Because this is the truth, right? I get it.
You got to point out that the fact that she said raise the rates, and people are scared of it to even try it. And here's one of the reasons that I heard that people are scared of it is because let's take the writers industry. The WGA on strike this past summer or the summer
2 years
before?
ago. 2 years ago.
Okay, and I asked a particular writer. I came up with something. I came up with an outline, and I asked it to give me some dialogue based off the scene that I put into it. And it shot me back the scene, and I was able to take it and put it into my own words. Now, I showed it to the writer, and she's like, no, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see it because that's taking our jobs. And that's the approach of a lot of people. And now, also the approach of a lot of people is if I say like Miss Sands, say if she used it to help build 3 websites, will it ever come back and bite her to say, hey, I helped build those websites. Where's my cut at? And a lot of people are, yeah, we pay the service and everything, but once we pay that service, what's the laws and the regulations and the rules to come back and say, oh, you know, this is my IP, this is not yours, so I need a percentage of this IP. And that's the part that I think a lot of people are scared of. So what do you do? What's the general consensus of that big question in using platforms?
Just have your paperwork ready before you do anything.
Hold on, let that marinate for just a minute. This is that's gonna be all over the internet in about 2 hours. That's gonna be
Yeah,
a
that's a
clip.
loaded question. That's a loaded question because you got to look at it from the standpoint of we're using the services, correct? And when we're
Yeah.
using the services, it's
For the
costing us either free or very little money to be able to do it. And as James always says, you pay for what you pay attention to what you pay for, right? And so if you're getting this for free, or if you're getting it for little to no money, you're basically training it, and you're only making AI smarter. So look at AI, to the ones who are not familiar with AI, don't care about AI. Look at AI as a baby. And if you go to ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, they all have different models, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, whatever the number may be, right? And when you look at that baby, just imagine as the baby turns 2 or 3 and you tell the baby to get out of the bed. And I want you to go brush your teeth, go to the bathroom, make up the bed, go downstairs. Baby's not going to be able to do all of that. You got to tell that baby one thing at a time. But then now they have a newer model that can do more. So now that baby has turned 10, 12, 14 years old. Now they can start doing more things. So now that's 2.0. And you got 3.0 that can do something on a high school level. And then now you have the 4.0 that's now doing things on a collegiate level. So you have to look at AI as it's training itself, right? And we're training it by dumping this information in. And all these people, every minute, every second, someone's hitting that enter button somewhere.
Right.
And all we're doing is training it.
Now that's a good point. Here's what I'd like to ask too. So because it's training, is it also taking? Is it also, let's say like I got, let's take James. Y'all was talking in Talbot. You guys were talking about fish fry, okay? Say come up with a creative concept, and you don't have all the recipes, but you say to ChatGPT, create me 50 recipes from all across the country, best catfish that. And James said, no. James is loving the catfish, and he puts out a book called James is Loving Catfish Recipe. And he makes $1 million off that. You cannot tell me, James, that AI ain't gonna find like these are our recipes, James.
you can't fake our recipes now. You can't do as good as Big Mama or Grandma. You definitely can't do it.
But who cares? Because everybody, when you see a recipe, what you're gonna do? You're gonna change it and make it your own anyway. So all ChatGPT is doing is giving you the platform to utilize their platform, because they for sure James is not gonna take the time and spit out 50 recipes. If he does, he would have had a cookbook already.
Yeah.
But cookbooks, like you might just add paprika or salt, more salt to these recipes. Now, is it considered yours? Or is it still ChatGPT?
No, it's mine. That's a good point. Man, go ahead, brother, because I could go a whole bunch of different ways, but I want to let you go first. I want the audience and the guests to go first.
Go ahead, Tamela.
I feel like it's yours, because if you put that same prompt into the ChatGPT, it's going to come up with a different answer.
Right. That's it right there. The prompt engineering, right? It's not just about AI, and it's not just the concept of generative AI, which we started with photos and videos and all that, but you learn the prompt engineering piece. Right. That's my IP. I taught it that and made it spit out the recipe. Add more Lowry's, add more whatever.
Take the salt out of all these recipes.
Come on now. Make it plain, Pastor. Make it plain. Go ahead.
Take the salt out of all these recipes and make it Lowry seasoned salt, and then you get Lowry to brand your website. All these recipes are Lowry.
The four of us, I think, are in alignment, but Hit the Spot 1006 is saying it's not ours. It belongs to ChatGPT.
That's the but what's happening is I see it done in the music industry. I see songs made. I see lyrics. I see writing. I see cooks using it. I see customer service. Everybody's using it.
Yeah.
It's up to y'all. And I said, Tobo, you got the platform to let everybody know how successful you can be with it before we see that happen, where they start putting regulations.
So let me add this. You mentioned music, and both of y'all come from the music world, and anyone else chime in. Tallboy and I know about Suno. Suno is an AI music generation platform. Put in a prompt. You say you want a song, you want a background song. The opening and the closing for Rebooted was prompted by me in Suno. I own that, right? Because I created that. T-Pain, y'all know who T-Pain is. T-Pain heard Suno and said he will start leveraging that platform from now on for a lot of the music that he's going to be creating. Why? Because it's pretty dope and it's cheap because you don't have to pay for it. He probably pays for the premium edition of it or whatever. But again, someone like him who has clout and cachet in the industry is saying, listen, this stuff is now the truth. I'm using this now instead of racking my brain. Yeah, I'm still going to be creative, but I'm using a whole different aspect of my creativity. I'm prompt engineering and telling Suno to create this ballad, create this hook, create this background. I think he owns that. I don't think Suno owns that. Matter of fact, let me take a look and see if there's a Creative Commons on the stuff that we got out there, brother. Y'all go ahead.
Yes, we did the same thing. We made a whole album based off of, hey, these are my hooks. These are my, I'm producing it. I still have to produce it, but I'm getting the layers from that site that you mentioned. You made a whole album, hip hop album.
So I want to give a little credit to Rich Vibes and Hit the Spot 1006 because they were really in the comments talking about this, and they're saying that Rich Vibes says people are gonna end up not thinking for themselves, and then Hit the Spot 1006 says they give credit where credit is due. Will you give credit to Chat GPT, right? So I just came back from San Antonio for a funeral, right? And the one thing that really resonated with me was I was talking to my 80-plus-year-old aunt. And what she said was somehow we were talking about phone numbers. And she says, I don't know anybody's number anymore because this thing in my hand, it does it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so think about that when we were kids, for the ones that are 40, 35, 40 plus, before the cell phone was actually there. How many numbers did you have memorized in your head, and how many do you know now? Without this phone today, will you be able to function? Same thing with ChatGPT. They're dumbing us down now. And with them dumbing us down now, it's will we get dumber? Will these kids get dumber? I'm not sure if that's the case or not. So
I don't know if dumber is the word. I'll say soft.
But I think also we got to look at level of education training. Oh boy, is the world travel. How many countries you've been to? You know quite a bit about the country. You don't know all the spots. So if Chat GPT or the guys kind of tell you now, all of a sudden you can use this to travel. So I do think it's a compliment to what we know. I think it's only it's like, okay, if I could say, it's like people. That's how many.
You got some noise cancellation, brother. Your noise gate may be cutting you out a little bit.
Sorry.
Where that professional mic at, brother?
I'm about to say, I didn't want to tell the audio man, about his noise gate or something, but
turn it off. because it's too loud. It's overpowering. So is that good?
Oh, that's real
Yeah,
good.
a lot
Crispy
better, a lot
now.
better. Now you're using
Okay.
that Sharp 70.
So basically, what is it? 88 keys the keyboard has.
Don't make a liar out of me. I was the DJ. I only know my Technique 1200. So okay.
Now anybody can play chords and melodies and anything on it, but it takes a real player to bring out the best in those keys. It takes
Right.
keys. It takes a Beethoven. It takes a, it takes somebody special to bring out the very specialness of these keys and make it mean something to us. So when I say that, I think it's the same with Chat GPT. It takes a special person who wants to know these particular things to ask these great questions or interact with Chat GPT. Tell it this prompts to come up with the solution to help them. And I said, everybody right now, everybody's on the same level platform where they can utilize it to make money. So the people who are scared of it, they're not looking at the fact that this can be a world of opportunity. Like something as small as a cookbook, something as small as a map, something as small as your website. Every business can utilize it to add content to, like you said, an outline. Give me an outline. You're doing a podcast. Give me an outline. I'm a cook. Give me a couple more recipes. Now you take it and you do what you want to. And I think it's just like words. It's like you can throw a dictionary at a person and they can learn as many words as possible in that dictionary. But the more words that they read and the more words that they understand will be the more words they use. This is just another tool. It's like another gear in a car. So some people are scared to go to fifth gear. So this is an opportunity for everybody to go to fifth gear. And there will always be people scared of it, and there will always be people that misuse it.
That's dope. That's dope. Tallboy, before you go in, let me just ask a question because I'm old and things start falling out of my head. Tamela, as you reach out to your customers, and when I was the job as a consultant, when I used to explain it to folks, is to work myself out of a job. Right. So you set up something, you give them the standard operating procedures, you give them the documentation, boom, and you turn it over to them. Are you seeing your clients, and I'm just curious, selfishly being curious, that you turn onto your CRM or you build websites for, are they interested in learning how to manage it? Or do they kind of mainly keep you on retainer and when plugins and when updates and things like that need to happen? Are you seeing folks taking the initiative to learn this stuff? Because that's what Myron is talking about, right? I mean, this is that opportunity. Are you seeing folks in your industry?
I have tried so many times to even put out classes to teach people this shit. They don't want to learn.
Trifling.
They want it done for them.
Trifling. I'm sorry.
But that's good for her. That's her platform. They weren't interested in it before. It's like, okay, me and Tallboy go round and round about, hey man, when you gonna start your podcast? You want to film it, you want to produce it, you want to do everything else when I can do all this. And I know he can do all of it. But something inside of me wants to touch everything. But if I just allow him to do it, it's going to be better. And that's the argument we would continue to have is, yeah, you want to touch it because it's there, but just like how many African American men can cut their own hair? We all can pretty much cut our own hair, but it's not like going to that barbershop.
Yeah,
get a special cut, getting that beard trimmed up.
Come on now, watch your tone now. There you go, but you telling the truth though. You telling the truth.
Getting that gray right, can't get mine to come in.
Yeah,
but
man, salt and pepper.
Right? It's a style. Like women, they could style their own hair every day. At the end of the day, going to that beauty shop, getting it to wash it, and putting all those special touches on that thing, it's nothing like it. So I'm gonna bring up this, right? And I don't want to say it failed, but I watched it decline. I met a gentleman who had an robot interactive restaurant in Woodstock, Georgia. It was a food court. all robots during the pandemic were handling the food orders in this whole mall. There was no customer service type interaction at all. You would tell the food or type in your order, and the robot would get you your food. It was perfect during the pandemic. Now, that whole food court, people are missing that customer service. People are missing the interaction. Now, that technology is for when we needed it, but now that customer service, even if it's a goddamn getting cussed out or getting some food thrown at you, we still want that customer service. We still want that customer service. And this made a good amount of money from the business, made a great amount of money from the business. But when that business model started kind of deflating, I hope he was able to sell it and run from it, because the customer service piece that people learn to love, I think we'll always love it. It's fancy to get that Chick-fil-A robot coming to your house. But after JoJo and them robbed the robot, it ain't coming back. It ain't coming back to my neighborhood.
Yeah, it's just like Tammy's saying, her customers want that interaction, and there's, especially customer facing, should still be customer facing. And even though, listen, I've been in enterprise IT for 4 decades, and so I am that guy. I am, forward thinking, on the bleeding edge or whatever. But still, I need people to still be in front of people.
It's never going to take your gift, Dan. It's never going to take the gift of you knowing technology and you knowing how to present technology. That's the. It's not going to take it. It knows how to present, but it does. I mean, it knows how to do it, but it doesn't present like you. It's not going to have that same customer interaction. Make people, because people are going to buy you. They're not going to buy the technology. They're going to buy. Oh, James knows the technology. Oh boy, technology. Miss Shan, he knows the tech. He knows the technology. So let me just give my business to her. But now it's up to us who use the technology to be able to sell more within our businesses. Now I can give you 20 voices. If I need to give you a commercial, I can give you 20 voices. Interact. You want that baby crying? I can give you that baby crying instantly. All right. You want that mom, old school mama to yell at you? I can give it to you right now. Tomorrow, like I said, in time. If I'm building a commercial, you want voices, you want a kid, you want a grandma, and you want a old black male, and you want a white male. I can give it to you in 30 minutes with 11 labs. 30 minutes. Boom, you got it. What does that do for their business? It makes people like me want to use it and sell it to my clients and offer my clients more.
Yeah, and that's good stuff. Tall boy, what you got, man? You done messed around and brought some winners in here for this show. The panel is paneling.
So once
that
again,
don't make no sense.
My biggest thing with this was we discussed how we could bring guests in. We wanted to see what it looked like in a vertical format, because once again, we're looking at cutting edge trends, and no one was doing this when we first started a vertical live stream. Most people are on their phones when they're watching this content, right? 9 times out of 10, majority of the people that are watching this show right now are watching on a mobile device. And we wanted this to be a seamless, we didn't want you to rotate your phone and maybe see what this actually looked like with not just James and I, but also this is what it would look like with guests. So here we are. This is what we're doing. And hopefully it looks good to the people that are watching. And hopefully it's keeping you entertained and engaged and having some honest conversations with yourself in your head about what Magic is saying, what Tamela is saying, and then also what James and I are bringing, to the forefront and saying, hey, not only is this technology available in vertical, but let's have this conversation about AI. And it's not just James and I going back.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear me talk, because I'll get on the soapbox, and next thing you know, it's 3 hours. But anyway, let's see. The Brady Bunch style. See Rich over there.
So
We
so
like
can
Risto. You know, he from the
can we
UK, so
talk
we
about
like our international audience.
so can we talk about this company, Shopify? They're doing something. Tamela has some experience with them and get her thoughts on it as well. Can you bring up that article and kind
Yeah.
of discuss what's going on with what this company is, and could this possibly be the new style going into these next couple of years with this with this current administration that we have? Could this now be the new way of thinking with a lot of these companies?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, so I'll give this a high level, then let you two just chime. I'll let you guys all chime in. But I got it on the screen right here. A Reddit post saying the Shopify CEO says no new hires without proof that AI can't do the job.
Mm.
The CEO of a major online platform is saying, I'm not bringing in nobody else to do no more work if I can train a computer model to do it for us instead. That's 2025. That's happening right now. This was released this was actually announced 4 days ago. So they are already implementing these steps. What does this do? This affects us as well. So I'm gonna be selfish, right? We got merch. We use Shopify. Use other platforms with platforms similar to Shopify. But again, online merchants, folks that are starting up their own uh, stores, online retailers, and things like that, making crafts and things at home, you're gonna put it on Shopify so you can have your online front. Tamela, think about that, right?
So
This
first,
guy is
before
saying he ain't bringing nobody else online if a robot or a computer can do it.
so before you do that, can you explain what Shopify is? Because hit the
I
spot
just
10.
did. I just did. I just told it's an online platform for merchants. Pay attention, brother. You over there? See, you over there? What you doing, man?
Trying to.
Help him, Myron. Help him. Pray for him, y'all. Shopify is an online e-commerce platform for individuals, mainly individuals and small business. Not as many large businesses use it because they have their direct B2C, business to consumer, but individuals, small businesses, again, make arts and crafts, make merchandise, make clothes, make crafts, make stuff, and you want to have an online presence, an online store, you leverage Shopify, their platform, and their hooks into transaction organizations like MasterCard and Visa and things like that. So they have all of the infrastructure for the small guy to look big out there on the internet and actually sell their wares. You still have to manage all of the inventory and the shipping and all that, but Shopify handles a lot of the administrative pieces and gives you the online web presence. Tamela, is that about right?
That's true, and it does more than that. You're able to build membership websites so that you can just come up with a set number of subscriptions that you need each month, and you set for the rest of life. You can even sell digital downloads on ebooks, courses on Shopify as well.
I didn't
So
know
here's my
Shopify was doing all that. Now that's crazy. Okay.
They do everything, everything.
here's my question.
Even a delivery app can be built on Shopify.
All great. That's all great. Let me ask you this. How many of y'all been targeted by a bot out of nowhere and ask you personal questions?
On Shopify?
No. It's the bot. Day to day.
Like a chat bot?
No, it's just like the scam call or a spam call.
Oh yeah.
Spam calls you and there's a person that says, hey, they know your name and everything, and they begin to ask you questions. What I'm saying is that the gentleman who has this platform and who's using it, I think, and I don't want to cause any kind of havoc on his company because that's his business model. But just like the example that I used, I watched it. Displayed. I watched this bright idea. Like he has this bright idea of not using people. This society is dependent upon people. As long as there are people with feelings and attitudes and emotions, the content that these platforms put out, there's going to be somebody who wants to hear from a real person. Somebody will use it. People will use it every day. There'll be millions of customers. There'll also be millions of, and then when these people who don't like it start putting in the reviews, use a Chat GPT for the rules, for the for the review. I'm gonna use Chat GPT and I'm gonna write a review about why I hate Shopify. It's gonna kill the business little by little because there's no people to interact. He's gonna hire all these bots. He's gonna put together this whole company with bot with no human interaction.
Well, T-Mobile, well, these cellular companies, T-Mobile, AT&T, they already do this. Amazon is already doing this. I literally had to repeat myself 3 or 4 times the other day just to get an Amazon customer service rep on the phone. So it's already doing this, but you got to also remember, people are, and I hate to say this, but we train ourselves to fall in line, right? I go to Kroger and I refuse, which is the grocery store. I go to my local grocery store and I refuse to go to the self-checkout line. I don't care. And I have no patience for anything.
Exactly.
But I make sure that I have time. I don't care how long that line is in the grocery store. I make time to be in that line. I don't care how much of a rush I'm in. I'm going to make time to be in the grocery store line and let them scan. Groceries too high. So since they too high anyway, I'm not going to get my groceries, bag my groceries, pay for my groceries. I'm not doing that. You're going to do something. So, but I understand, but we're at a point now where it was cool when the self-checkout line, I only got a few items, let me get in and get out. But then it became a deterrent and it became a problem once you said, well, we don't have no cashiers when the pandemic hit, right? But when the pandemic hit, it was like, well, we don't have any workers, so we're going to only open up one lane or we're not going to have any lanes and you have to go through the self-checkout. And like some people, some of our cousins said, hey, you know what? I didn't scan it because you weren't watching. That's on you, you know? So neither here nor there. That's going to be that problem. But to Shopify's point, this could be what a lot of companies are doing, especially when we're looking at what the new administration of the United States is doing. They can't afford it. So I hate to say this, but who wants to give up their salary and cut their salary in half and say, I'm going to allow my workers to stay on board? Most of these CEOs, what are they going to do? They're going, hey, we don't need you. We don't need you. We're going to get rid of you. But I'm going to keep my salary. So it's kind of where AI is going to be in play.
Yeah. And the companies too, my industry is radio. They have robot radio personnel. They make you laugh, make you cry, no, but they can talk about a song, talk about a story, relate to story. Is it a good feeling? What happens is the way we consume content. We always say this. We're watching this on our phone. 10 years ago, we would watch this on TV. It'd be a good program to watch on TV. Sit down and watch TV and but now because we have this access, now the same that way that we give the content, look at the way we present. What about Spielberg and his use of these amazing cameras? Oh, let's not even say Spielberg. Let's take my man Ryan.
There you go.
Who's bringing out Sinners this weekend? Probably shout out to Ryan and you know the whole crew bringing this movie out. He's using new technology, new cameras, all this great stuff to make this movie, this amazing big budget to make this movie. And the younger generation doesn't care about the value of how great it's going to be. All they care about is being able to see it. Oh, no matter what camera you use, are you really going to be able to see? First thing I heard him say in an interview was, please go see this in IMAX. That's us, the movie connoisseurs, who want to hear and see and express, be in that theater, enjoy it. But the people who don't, I'll wait for it to come on Netflix. I'll wait for it so I can watch it on my phone, in the backseat of my car. The way they start continuing to consume content is their power. It's the same with uh, I went to a taco restaurant and I swear they had frozen enchiladas. They warmed them up, put some sauce on them.
Doug, don't say that.
Man, I was hurt. I love enchiladas. What about the shredded chicken, the cheese, the tomatoes, and sour cream? I'm gonna always consume my enchiladas like that. I don't want the shortcuts. Now, if people want the shortcuts, that this is going to reign supreme. But for us, for me, I mean, just like this is nostalgic to me. I love this records, sound, technology. I love it, but it's not going to replace the fact that I like to sit in front of two speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Bose came out with the little bitty wireless speakers? It's great technology, but that tech, like, people don't even use it anymore.
You flashing back, brother. I love it. You flashing back. Tammy say hers would not be frozen though. So we like fresh around here. We like fresh around here.
That's that Bose, but it didn't carry the bass the way we like listening to music.
Yeah.
Have you heard Sonos yet? Sonos speakers?
Yeah, look, I got Sonos all in the house. Don't.
Oh
Shouts out to
gosh.
Sonos. You know what? Okay, see, me and you we get along. Okay, yeah, I got Sonos all in the house.
So amazing.
I got Sonos all through my house,
Yeah.
but guess what? Sonos does not do.
What's that?
Give it to you in 5.1. So the way you consuming content now is in stereo. You ain't getting no 5.1.
Well, hold on.
No. Look at the way the system is set up. Is it actually giving you?
Well, it's not real 5.1, but you can fake it.
Now, are you getting 11? Can you get 11.1?
Yes.
But are they real traditional? Is each individual speaker have do you even have an amp to push to each individual speaker to give you a custom sound for each individual?
Listen, this is an old pioneer man over talking. This old Blaupunkt man talking about. Oh, okay. See,
but Sonos is convenience.
Sonos is convenience. Listen, we can go down rabbit holes about this because I was an early adopter of Sonos. Like I said, I got them upstairs, downstairs, and so you got the sub and you got the
GPT. Sonos give you true surround sound.
Look at that, boy. That's what I got upstairs right there. Gangster.
Is it true surround sound?
It's not, but it sure do sound good. When I turn it up, the neighbors know my name, boy.
And you can talk to it.
Yeah.
And it'll play whatever you want to. It's amazing. It's convenient. But when you hear that goddamn that Marantz, them needle drop and that crispiness.
Okay, see, there you go. We're gonna have to have you back for another session because I like where you're going. Listen, Tamela, let's make sure we get her input in on some of these things too. But we're gonna have Myron back for sure. Because it seems like we left something out though as we were talking about the Shopify thing, and I keep wanting to go back again selfishly to what it is that you do every single day, because that's an interesting story in the fact that they're going to take away, they're not hiring physical people. And how, when you read that, when you see that, how does that affect your day to day? Because I'm sure you're building e-commerce sites and you're building hooks into 412, Shopify, Printful, Spreadshop, all these places. Does that matter to you? Does that story of Shopify?
He's adding it. He's adding it as something she does, right?
People still don't want to do it themselves, so I still have to do it for them. And I'm sorry about the people that work for Shopify that may be losing their jobs or that can't be hired anymore by Shopify. I'm sorry about that, but that's a great option or segue to go into entrepreneurship, self-employment.
That I love, and that Talway. I mean, you and I love that because we always talk about, again, getting off of rented land and getting a mortgage. Selfishly, again, let me ask this, then I'll be quiet. How about one ask again? It's great having a panel here, and folks, please in the audience, we see you on all the websites and all the locations. Definitely ask your questions. Put a queue out there so I can put it on the screen. How has it been introducing coding, development, prompt engineering to the Black community? I specifically want to go there because, again, we tend to be hesitant with new stuff, and unfortunately, again, I want to say this, and y'all, whatever, there tends to be a lot of crabs in the barrel. And when you out there winning, and you got cats around, you got folks around you that, what you doing winning? What you doing over there reading? Right? How do you get around that? Or how do you show the value of understanding this new stuff, understanding, watching the news, watching CNBC and seeing what's going on and outside of just your neighborhood that actually does affect you? It's not just we boycotting Target. It's not just that we boycotting Amazon. Shout out to Costco though, because they sticking with DEI. I don't know, squirrel moment. But how has it been for you? Are you able to talk to folks within our community about understanding what this means to them? Again, because we got a lot of Black entrepreneurs out there making hair care products. I was telling Tallboy today, listen, I was out there shopping for body butter. Boy, I'm gonna get me some body butter. And you get all the African products. Somebody making it out of their back bedroom, want to fire up a Shopify spot. Are you seeing folks willing to learn how to do it? I know you said no one time, but I'm just stubborn and I want to hear it again, I guess. Tamela, that was for you.
Okay, so to repeat your question, are you asking
how hard or easy has it been to influence into the Black community to learn this stuff, to get out of our own way?
Hard.
Why?
It's been hard.
Curious.
Because I kind of want to blame TikTok.
Oh Lord, come on.
TikTok has got a lot of people's attention right now and how easy it is to become a content creator and make a check. People just want to be able to create content and make a check.
And it's all lies. It's not easy. You can do it. Oh, come on. Go keep talking, Mac. This is good. Now we getting into it.
So, I mean, it's the same equal amount of work that you have to put in every day. Like I studied Shopify as if I was trying to achieve a master's degree or a doctorate degree. I don't watch TV. I did trial and error. I joined other teams and see what they're doing. I was on this $1 billion Shopify team, and it was a bunch of white people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to see everything they did in there. So like now I want to bring this to Black people, but they don't want it. A lot of people don't want it. They don't want it.
That concerns me.
Is it because you think they don't know how and don't want to take the time to learn, or do you think that it's they just think or do they think that they just think that it's not really attainable for them to actually be the one to do it?
I think that they don't want to put in the work. People don't want to work these days. People want easy. If they can't get it in 1, 2, 3, they don't want to deal with it. Do it for me, Tamela. I will pay you to do it for me. And then let's say, and on top of that, people don't even want to pay the price that you have to pay to get the whole shebang. Like the other day, this guy, he was like, "Give me the Negro price." I'm like, what you mean by that? Give me the Negro price.
Trifling.
But he wants this, he wants that, he wants all the bells and whistles, but he wants me to give him a Negro price. Like, come on, get out of here.
I worry about us. I do. I didn't mean to make. I don't want to make this us against them or black against everybody else. But again, it's that crab in the barrel mentality, and give me the Negro
It's the
price.
truth.
What?
It's the truth.
Tallboy, help me out, man. Help us out, man. Because
No, I mean
I'm
everything that she says. This is some of the same struggles that I'm dealing with. I just had a friend of mine, reach out to me. There was another software out there, A Summit. They're having an event in Kentucky. I'm got a phone call Friday and yesterday, and I have the software. They didn't know how to do certain things. And so they asked me as a favor to do, right? I did it. No big deal. And the lady that I was assisting, she was very snippy with me. And she basically just wanted me to do it for her. But my thing is, I'm doing this as a favor, no different of Tamela, Magic. You call me, hey, man, I know you know how to do this. I have a friend. Can you give them like 5 minutes of your time? Cool. Because you asked me, I'll do it. Got very snippy with me on the phone. And it was like, I'm trying to help you. I was minding my business. I was in my lane. So then it was like, hey, can you give them a little bit more time yesterday? Give them the time. And it was, well, how do you do it? And I'm like, I'm walking you through the steps. No money wanted to be exchanged. And then at the end of the conversation, I'm showing them how to do it. And I'm thinking they're going to say, let's try and test it. You know what this lady that responded? Oh, my IT guy is here. We'll figure it out from there. Well, if your IT guy is right there, why is it that he not doing it? They want you to just give them the answers and be done with it. And that's just our community. And it's sad because it's like you're more worried about the event and what it looks like as opposed to what it could be and more on the back end, the building your foundation. You don't want your foundation taken care of. You just want it to look good, and as my good friend Mr. Keefe says all the time, when people die, it's all about the show. They don't care about what it looked like. They just want to make sure that did the casket look right? Were they dressed down to the nines? They had those doves floating in the air. They had the balloons, right? So we had the T-shirts. It's all about the show. But when it came down to who gonna pay for all of this, we ain't got no money.
Let's do this. I want to be cognizant of everybody's time, but I want to circle back to this because it seems like we got some confusion in the comments, and I want so Myron, I want to start with you, Tamela, and then Tallboy, and for this particular statement right here. So hit the spot is saying, y'all so quick to jump on AI to make things easy. Don't knock content creators for taking shortcuts, and then the fact that AI is easy, y'all are being contradictory. Thank you for the question. Thank you for the statement. And I want to make sure that we're clear on what we're saying about leveraging this technology. I'll be real brief in mine, but then I'll go around the horn here. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying that it's here. And I'm saying you can't ignore it. Saying that it's going to take some work. Anything worthwhile is going to take some work. And you have to respect the technology and don't be afraid of it. It's definitely not easy to learn. I spend a lot of times in books and webinars and e-learning sessions understanding this stuff on an everyday basis because it's continuing to evolve. I think I can only speak for me. What I'm saying is you can't ignore it. I'm not saying it is easy. I'm just saying folks need to jump on this bandwagon or they will be left behind. I wanted to address this, but I'll let you guys go as we kind of bring this plane in.
And content creation is not a walk in the park either. It's not a shortcut.
Amen to that. This stuff is hard. Yeah. Ooh, I'm sorry.
You have to constantly, you have to be consistent with it, like every day.
That's true. Creators are taking over too. Learn that for sure. We talked about that at NAB just this past couple of weeks too. Myron, what about you, man? Just that statement right there, because again, we started with AI at the 35,000 foot level, and we're trying to make it plain for everyone. Your thoughts on the comment, and then let's be clear about your direction, how you want to position AI and technology, especially again to our communities.
Yeah, I didn't hear I thought we were all in agreement that it's here. It's here, and it can take opportunities if you get lazy. You become lazy and let it take your opportunity. It definitely take it, but you got to embrace it, use it how you can to take your life and your career to another. You can't just sit by the wayside, let it be here, and not be dive into it, understand, look, grow from it, because it's another platform. It's just like you know, introducing another opportunity, another way to cook something that might be a shortcut that we want to take, or might be a shortcut that we don't need to take. But at the end of the day, it we all acknowledge it as a shortcut, and, and also it adds to what you already know. Like it's just like a new dictionary. It's more words, it's more activations, it's more opportunities, it's more songs, it's more lyrics. It's like having a smart friend, a smart business partner. And if people don't use it like, hey, it's a smart, you can't let it take over your business, but it is a smart business partner. That's what it is. Smart technology, smart business partner that you can use and take from it what you need and utilize it because it's here. Don't be scared of it. Embrace it.
Appreciate that, and I love the back and forth of the dialogue. So, Tammy, I mean, y'all, oh boy, you know how I feel about Tammy Chambers. Listen, I love it. She says, "I come to you for originality. It is here, but it makes you lazy. It also makes the people who use it for their gain lazy. Not everyone. That's a tough generalization. Not everyone. I'm more conscious when I use." Speak for myself again. I'm more conscious when I use AI and generative AI and any GPT or any Claude or any whatever before I push that out to the public, because I sprinkle in a lot of flavor, right? I don't just take what comes out of the algorithm and out of the LLM and push that out to my community or to my network. I make sure that it's finessed. I make sure that all the references are right. So I'm a glass half full kind of person. I'm hoping that more and more people are doing that as opposed to just putting something in, spitting it out, and then expecting to blow up overnight and do good stuff. Tall boy, you bring the plane in, brother. It's all on you.
So I'll say this. I'll make it real brief. AI is supposed to be your assistant, right? It's supposed to make things a lot easier for you. Because there's no rules behind what AI is, how it works, where it came from, how it was originated, because there's no history lesson on any of this. It just basically sprung on us towards the end of the pandemic. We basically have been thrown into, here's this new shiny tool, go make it work. And unfortunately, because the origins, because it doesn't have any type of, this is how to use it manual, right? We're basically just thrown a product and said, figure it out. And guess what? It could possibly replace you. So unfortunately, we're going to have those that are the masses are going to probably be lazy with it, let it take over. You're going to have some people that's going to have it replace them. And then you're going to have a small fraction of people that see it for its benefit. And then when they see it for the benefit, they'll make it work for them to either monetize off of it or make their work-life balance a little bit easier.
That's good. This is not the last time we're going to hear this story. Shopify is only the first.
How many of you all have pets?
I do.
How many people have what?
Pets.
No.
If you're a pet owner, then you know that there's a special joy in walking people. Now, AI.
I can't hear you, brother. You got to talk in that professional mic that you got, man. Come on, man. Like you got this nice mic.
All right. I asked the question. I put it out. How many of you have a pet? And what I was referencing is the joy that you have in being able to walk your dog. Mm-hmm. There's a certain there's a certain love in being able to walk your dog. ChatGPT might come up with a way to feed your dog, walk your dog, and take the care and the love and the personal touch out of taking care of your dog. And some people will embrace it and be happy with just the fact that they have a dog. But some people will not allow it to come in between them and the dog. Does that make sense?
Yes.
For the pet owners out there.
My dog died.
This is my reference, right? He killed your dog.
Well, and everybody thought I was going to kill the dog, but I didn't kill the dog. My dog did. Yeah. I don't know if my wife is watching right now, but
yeah.
Okay.
Rest well. But it's just like this. ChatGPT will do everything that you let it and allow it to do in our lives. Or you can ChatGPT will take you to Spain, cowboy, and give you the language and speak Spanish for you fluently. Do all that for you. But is there a certain part of you that wants to kind of learn Spanish for yourself? You can have conversations with it. It's here for us to take advantage of. It's just one more dictionary, one more form of education, one more platform for us to use. And the only thing I said, the lazy part is if you just allow it to do everything for you and not allow human touch to be a part of the learning aspect of it. Yeah, it could do everything for you, put everything together for you, and you just take yourself out of it. And those are the people who are using the technology that might even get left behind because they're not embracing the technology. They're just allowing it. Oh, here it is. You know, it's just like if your car can drive. I remember you guys had a show about the car that drives itself. But if I like to drive, I like to turn the steering wheel. If I like to park, I like the challenge of all that myself. And I'm never going to allow this special technology to do that for me. I flunked my driving test 3 times. Now that I know how to drive, I'm going to drive my car to the fullest. Now, if it's a long trip, I might lay back and allow this technology, to take over. So many different things and aspects of technology that people can use.
I think Solo just said a great conversation with multiple perspectives. That's real. That's real talk. I want to do one last thing, and Tubbo, I'll let you take it. Actually, shut us down. But I want to ask one question, and this is really just a setup because I want to pick at the wound, and just yes or no. We talked about ChatGPT. That's the main one, the most popular one. Do you pay for ChatGPT Plus, Myron?
Yeah.
Tamela?
My clients do, but I don't.
What? I ain't mad at that answer right there. That's the good answer. I know, Tubbo, you pay for ChatGPT Plus?
Not that one. I pay for another platform.
Okay. And the only reason why I asked it is because, and I do as well, I pay for a number of them, but we putting our money where our mouth is. And again, like you said, one of the statements that I make, people pay attention to what they pay for. And yeah, we like the freemium. Yeah, we like the Negro price or whatever the case, all that stuff. But man.
Now, James, you did not share with us the other ones that you use. You just, I know you got a plethora of them that you
I got a gang of them. I got a gang. And well, we don't have time.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Go ahead and name them all.
Listen, I got things to do.
Gemini.
I keep telling everybody Gemini is the one. Gemini is the one. Perplexity is the one. I don't do Claude, but Gemini and Perplexity, Midjourney, which is for image generation, free pick. Yeah.
Well, all those are all tools that leverage AI. So, I mean, I pay for a number of those as well, but just straight LLM. So there's Merlin.ai, which is a consolidation of a lot of the LLMs, Claude and Anthropic, and OpenAI. I pay for OpenAI Plus.
See, Tamela, how they've been holding back on us. See how they've been holding back on us. Hey, invite us on the show and then hold back on it.
Because it's all about the guests. It's all, look, people come, they see us all day, every day. It's all about y'all two up top.
Yeah, we wanted to get your perspective
Yeah.
today and see how you guys see it. So, James, back to you. You're using Merlin that has, and what people don't know, Merlin allows you to have all of them. You can pull all the models from Merlin. So you pay for Merlin and you get all of the models.
I like that little accent that you put on it right there. I call it Merlin. Merlin. I like that. Go ahead, on boy.
You can, so if you go to Merlin, you can pull all of the models that are available, and you just select the one that you want. No different from Free Pick that allows image generation. You don't only just get one, you get 3 or 4 different models, and so you're paying for this one service and you get everything all in one. So that's the positive when you get into this business and start to learn and start to embrace the technology. Everyone goes to ChatGPT because that's the first one to launch, right? And when it was the first one
that's
to
the
launch,
Kleenex of tissue, right? Again, yeah.
Right. And then other companies started coming out, because you got to remember, Microsoft has Copilot, and no one's ever even mentioned Copilot. Twitter, or X as James calls it, they have Grok. But on Twitter,
I have Grok, yeah.
Yeah, so now you have something called a Merlin that will allow you, and this is just for anyone that's watching, you can go over to Merlin and see, is this pricing fair? And then now I can play with all of the models, if that makes sense.
That's dope.
So can I expect you brothers on a couple of shows in the future to show somebody using these? That would be great, because I know y'all the whole platform is based off of what's next.
Okay.
So I would really like to see us.
Well, we've done that before. We've done that, but we could do it again. We've done Gemini.
See, don't mess it up. I was just gonna show them a replay. I nodded and said, "Yeah, we can do that." I was just gonna send you a replay.
Yeah. So in all fairness, Myron, Magic, we have in the past, because he calls my model, I don't know the name that he calls it.
Wanda.
He could, so mine talks African American to me, and it doesn't just give me the generated,
And that's in all due respect, because I named it after my cousin Wanda, so she's listening. So yeah,
she talks to me as if my family members would talk to me, if that makes sense. And so and you can prompt it however you talk, or however your dialect is. You just have to understand, and I will always say this: prompt engineering. Once you learn how to prompt, the sky is the limit. You can make it do whatever you want once you learn how to prompt.
That's dope. Your websites, where we can find you guys. Let's start ladies first. Tamela, I know you gave it to us, but for folks who may have came in late, where can folks find you online?
TamelaStrands.com.
Awesome. Myron, what about you, sir?
MagicVoiceProductions.com.
Appreciate that. I will put those links in the description. Tallboy, I think we did what we needed to do tonight. We showed our tail.
I think we did, but because once again, this does look good on a vertical platform with the guests. We're accustomed to seeing that full face, but now when you're talking, when you go live, because most people, they don't understand live streaming. They're going to go live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right? And it's just them, hey, look, we're live at the concert, and here's my favorite artist. I was going to say that person's name, but she's on punishment.
Don't do it.
Yeah, she's on punishment. But we're live at this concert, and it's just my face, half body, and I'm pointing at the camera. But now you get an opportunity to see 4 people on a screen in a vertical format, and I've been watching. It looks good, and this could be, I'm not going to say could be, it will be the way people will start to live stream in the future. So when you see this, don't be surprised when you see vertical live streams with multiple guests switching, bringing articles in, having sound effects, being able to do different type of activations, or use triggers to do certain things. Vertical may be the new way.
There it is.
Real brief. I know we got to go, but can you pull that thing up that I sent you the email on? Because
Oh Lord, pull that thing up.
yeah, and get that off the screen because you know how I feel about that situation right now. Like you know how I feel about that.
Let's see. The last email I got from you was just your email signature. Oh,
Did
there you
you?
go. Okay, hold on. Oh, there it is. You got a
All right.
new email signature too. Okay, I see. Oh, you want to bring up a whole nother topic here in the 11th inning.
No, well, let's look at it as a quiz portion of it. All right. So basically, backstory. I mentioned this earlier, and I said that Canva allows you with uh, their new rollouts, you can now code inside of Canva. So this would be great for teachers creating flashcards, creating homework assignments. You want to create cooking recipes. You want to do the history of whatever of music or history of radio, whatever the case may be. You can literally go inside of Canva, and I think they only did it for the first million people. And then I think in another week they're going to release it to the next batch, and then eventually it's going to roll out within the next couple of weeks to
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Okay, but with this coding, as you can see, that there's a whole quiz here, and I posed this as a tech history question, if that makes sense. And let's just see if Magic or Tamela, let's see what they know about this kind of stuff. I don't know how this actually works, but this
So
is
let's
what is
see. The first question, the Turing test. What is the Turing test and when was it proposed? Tap to reveal the answer. Anybody know what the Turing test is? I'm going to hit reveal the answer. Oh, Lord, I can't read all that. Proposed by a British mathematician and computer scientist, Alan Turing, blah, blah, blah. It's a test of a machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to or indistinguishable from that of a human. Okay, dope. Okay, I see. Flashcards. I'm about to cheat on an SAT next time.
there you go.
Been 30 years since I took it, but okay. So Mark has learned.
Does that suggest human doesn't know the information that the technology knows?
Say that
Repeat that
again.
again.
Is that a definition suggesting that a human doesn't know what this platform knows?
Well, I think well, what I did was I give me the history of technology. And so I posed a couple of popular brands, right? And I said, okay, well, let's test people's knowledge when it comes to technology. So this next one is, what is Deep Blue? Has anybody heard of that? So if you click the flashcard, Deep Blue was a chess playing computer developed by IBM, and it's known as the first computer to win a chess game and a chess match against a reigning world champion under regular tournament conditions. And then it gives you some more history. So then now this is a great way for you to learn your history the way I prompted it. You could do this for students. You can do this for clients. You could do this for family members. If you need them to, whoever it may be, you want them to learn something. When was the first iPhone released?
Well, I know that answer because Steve Jobs gave one to all of us personally in 2007. Let me
Oh,
see.
well, watch out there. Look at him. He
There it
knows.
is,
So
June 29, 2000. Listen, everybody in the company got one, brother. Yeah, I remember that. I got it hanging on the wall right there. So don't trip.
So
Yeah.
basically, I created some, a flashcard system to just test people on their knowledge of technology. The next one is the Google Pixel launch. And all of this was just a simple prompt of create me a flashcard system talking about these topics, and something with Samsung, something with iPhone, something with AI, something with VR headsets. And it literally created all of this information, put it in a flashcard format, and this is the output that it gave us. And then now it's posing a question. You can you can tap the card, and then once you learn it, you can mark as learned, and then now you can go on from there. And then if you want to do a pop quiz, you want to do a giveaway, You want to say I'm giving away, whatever it may be. This could be, a way for you to not have to do all the behind the scenes work, if that makes sense, and you can know your information as well.
Yes.
And this is all right there in Canva. So this has like been the talk of the week, right? So if you're a Canva user and you got the early release, I mean, this is about to change how teachers teach now. Because now they don't have to go do the research anymore. They can literally just put in the prompt of what they want. They can go memorize the material and then go give it to the kid. Make sure it's, fact check your stuff and then give it to your kids. If you're struggling with math with your kids, right? If someone's struggling with math, you can put in whatever the problems are and literally say, put it in a flashcard format. I saw another tutorial where the gentleman said, I'm in this city. Show me as a tourist, where are the top places to go to within a 5-mile square radius of all the popular tourist attractions and cafes. And it literally marked down all of the places that they were. So now you're about to take a trip to wherever you're about to go on whatever your next trip is. Now you already have places. So now all you have to do is, do your research on YouTube and confirm that these are places that you want to go to. It's already giving you a map of where you need to go. And this is all right there in Canva.
So tell folks your channel and your show, because you're probably going to go deeper into that tomorrow, correct?
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to go deeper tomorrow.
I
But
didn't put you on the spot, boy.
Yeah, you
wasn't ready. You wasn't ready.
So Lab Tech Show tomorrow, if you guys are watching and you're free, at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And if you're on Central Standard Time, it's 7 p.m. Central. We will be on YouTube at the Lab Tech Show. And this is where we're going to simplify technology in a language that you can understand. And the goal is for you to see the technology of what's rolling out, and then let's break it down to where you have a clear understanding of what it is. And it's a live show that you can interact with.
Dope. Look at this. Giving flowers out here, y'all. Giving flowers. Listen, Tamela, Myron, appreciate y'all for joining us. Rebooted, where we talk technology from a culture perspective. Thanks to everyone who joined from all the different channels. This is what we do. This experiment is going and it's working. We got a couple more episodes left in this season. We're going to keep bringing some different value. And if you did get value, let us know. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, do all them YouTube type things. If you didn't, let us know as well so we can keep getting better. And either for the remainder of this season, for next season, we can bring on some different type of stuff. All minds clear?
All minds are clear.
All right, amen. All right, y'all be good. Appreciate y'all as well. We catch y'all next time. We out.